How's it going, everybody? I'm back in Fallout 4. This time I'm going to be showing you a full tour of my entire coastal cottage settlement. So, last week I said that I was probably going to be finished with this settlement after the last build, which was the gardens. And yeah, I just decided that it's probably best that I move on. Not a whole lot more that I really think that I want to do here or that I really can. Wasn't really that inspired to keep working here, I guess. And also, I don't feel like it's meant to be like a massive settlement. But I'll just go ahead and give you like a quick rundown of everything. So obviously, this is the front of the settlement walking up. And you can see I've got two guard posts on this. So this is a small one that I built on this side, and then one that I have built with Aslam's junk wall pack, and then also unlock settlement objects. People keep asking what mods I do. I'll probably do a full mod video this week showing you all my mods, and then so you guys can like pretty much be able to make what I make and see everything that I have downloaded. And you'll notice on this house that I did change something. I changed these water tanks because I ended up deleting another mod I had, Skyline's Workshop. I think that's all it's called. It's like a German modder made a mod that unlocked a lot of things in the game. It had these cool water tanks that I had, but I ended up going with this windmill because when I deleted that mod, it deleted that item from my settlement. But I ended up making pretty good use of it, I think, because this house that I built, you can only access it through the roof, and so there's this cool little walkway up here. I added some junk and then some steps out of these boxes and some wooden planks. These stairs go up over, little plank walkway. But once you get down, you pretty much only before could go back down here. But this time, with this windmill, I was able to actually place some of these plywood pieces that went out onto the actual windmill, and I placed a guard post up here so the guard can look out over these hills and stuff, because that's kind of a huge like weak point of this settlement. I know that there are mods that kind of extend settlements, and I thought about downloading one of those so that I may be able to build up on this, but I went ahead and didn't do that just because this is a pretty decent sized settlement, but I really couldn't think of a whole lot more that I really wanted to build. But down here in this house, I have a pretty cool little staircase that comes down, got some boxes and stuff to hold it up, comes down, just some storage beams holding up the roof, and then I've got this area separated from this like kitchen area, and just got some supplies scattered, food, alcohol, beverages on the table. Then a little cooking station. That's a chemistry station actually. But back here, my Scrap That Settlement mod actually started working again. I moved it up in my load order on my mods, and so it actually got rid of all the scrap that I had deleted previously. Don't know why it wasn't working after like updates to USO, but moving it in the load order helped. But you can see I've got a little ham radio, just a bed, some storage, stuff like that. The workshop's in here. But it's a pretty simple survival garage type of build, and I thought that it worked out pretty well. And so the next thing that I'll show you guys is actually the house, the Coastal Cottage house rebuilt. And so I built this in, I would say, two parts, but if you want to include the bunker, three parts, whatever. It's the same general area. So I'll just show you the first area. So there are two floors to this, but not all of these areas are connected. So there's this front part of the house, and so I just filled in all of these gaps on the front of the house. I did have balconies, which I thought looked really good, but then when Scrap That Settlement broke, it replaced all the things that I had deleted previously. So the hedges that were there had come back, and so had these guardrails, and so you couldn't really get into the balconies. So I just went ahead and deleted it all and then filled it in with these regular walls, but then after messing with my load order, it had fixed it. And so you can also see that not only did I fill in this area, but I filled in these side walls and stuff, these windows. If I take you to this back side, I also filled in this area. But if I take you inside of the actual house, you can see that it is the same pretty much as the garage, where it's sectioned off a bedroom area from a living area slash kitchen, dining room, whatever. So out here we've got just some boxes scattered around. That flag is there pretty much to cover up a texture glitch. And then, not even a texture glitch, just one little piece of wood that I didn't want to move. And so I just covered it up. You can't get rid of a lot of this grass, which I wish that I could, because then it'd probably look a little bit better in here, a little more tidy. But, you know, whatever. It's a scrappy settlement, little town. Not really that set up yet. But Aslam's decoration pack, they added this little thing. I left my place anywhere tool in here apparently. Got a little TV in here as well. Um, I add those as decoration, even though in this like universe there's not really any way to use those. This is my doctor. She's supposed to be down in the bunker, but apparently she's up here right now. But this is like the bedroom area. And so I've got it separated off. You can see I filled in the roof up here. So uh, if I jump up here, you can see that it doesn't go anywhere. And you can see that if I open this door, it's kind of like a little gap right there you can see through. But uh, it's pretty sealed up. But if we go over here, we'll go in the bunker first, I guess, since it's on the way. But over here, you can see there's like a caution hazard sign, and then these wires that go down here. I put some radiation barrels to kind of make it, or nuclear barrels, nuclear waste barrels, to make it look like they were, uh, this was like a nuclear waste area or something like that. But if you go in here, it's actually like a little railroad hideout where they do the plastic surgery on the synths that are traveling to Far Harbor. And it's also a little surgery center. I thought that this was pretty cool. Um, RP wise, it makes sense since this is the, I think it's the farthest north settlement, and it's just for the boats that take you to Far Harbor, just that way. Just a little farther north. But if we go over here, I have my entrance into my second part of the house. So as you can see, I filled in all of this area. Uh, this little bottom part is just supposed to be a little storage area slash like I guess a living area, but I've just got some junk scattered around here, a gun, uh, this shelf I made myself, and then you can see right here there's a view out into the settlement, so like a guard could even be standing here. I don't have a post or anything, but if you go up here around this corner, you can see that this is actually pretty open, and it does go up into a second floor, which you can see people actually do come up here, which it's really nice that they're actually walking around up here while I'm doing my tour. Makes it look a little bit more lived in. I've just got some beds scattered. I made this table based off of a table that I had seen in a No Respawns video. Uh, I don't know if it's exactly the same, but I based it off of that. And then I've made these beds forever. I really like these and how they look. These bunk bed types. I made this bed right here. You could probably make a bunk bed version of this too, just using the post from the wire fence section. Got a little dining area, and then over here I've just got a bed lying on the ground, a mattress, you know. And then you probably noticed that I left this front part open, but it's a really nice view. I really like it. You can see out over the like the fishery place. That's also a raiders camp, so I guess that this could kind of be a view over that bridge, see if anybody's coming, and you can see down on the road as well and the beach and everything. So people have got a pretty good view. I guess that the only thing would be that you'd have to be careful walking around here in case they've got people also looking out this way. But that's what we have all those guard posts for. And then over here, if we run around, you can see I've got this massive stairwell, kind of like a balcony railings or whatever, or like a fire escape or something. if you walk up this, I've added some railings since the video that I showed building this. I've added these in the middle of the stairs because I think that they look a lot better there. But up here I've got a small pathway leading up,
My back
and I added
hurts.
this little
Feet
thing
hurt.
too. But
Everything hurts.
I've added a little walkway up here, and you can see it's just a little guard post. Looks over a lot of the stuff in the settlement. Got a view over the road, over all of that hill, so people can't really sneak up that way over this area. And then down here, like I said, the road, and then the front of the settlement over here. And you've got concrete blocks and sandbags covering you on all sides, which is good cover. I probably could have done a little thing over here, but I think it's alright how it
Work.
is.
You eat. It's as simple as
But the
that.
next thing I'll show you is, I guess I'll go down here. I'll show you the little farm area last, but I actually didn't show this in a video. I just built this after. But it's kind of just a light pole. I thought that it worked. It does work actually pretty well. You get these lights from the Automatron DLC. You have to beat the DLC, and in the Mechanist layer, you'll find a schematic for those. Also, for the iBot pod or whatever it's called, I'm not entirely sure, but it pretty much, the iBot one goes out and it finds scrap for you, and it'll tell you the location of it that you can go and find yourself. So you'll find like big, like, I guess, sources of certain materials in the game using the iBot pod thing. But I pretty much just, I had just placed these against these trees because I couldn't get it to place against anything that I could use place anywhere with. So I used place anywhere, and I placed them on this warehouse support, and then I just picked it up and moved it over on this side because I figured that this little guard post needs to see out. This is pretty open, and at night it probably would be a little bit harder to see. Uh, One person over here, garden, they deserve a little bit of defense. Uh, Automated help. But I've got this little fence blocking off this generator just to make it a little bit more covered from, fire. Like maybe they, instead of shooting the lights or something, they might try to take out the generator from out there. And then this is a really simple guard post. It's just the guard tower in the defense section, sunk in a little bit so it's not floating. And then I have two junk walls backwards, lined up with the side of the stairs, so you can see right there, it's the edge of the stairs. This one's a little bit farther because this pallet that's on its side. But I think that it makes it look a little bit more defended. This is a really, really simple thing to do in a settlement. Like if you don't know what to do for like defense or something, you can throw one of these down. You don't have to add this like tent tarp thing. I did that because I wanted something covering it. I have in the past on other saves just used the scaffolding and then pillar glitched a in the wood section, the roofs with the like cloth over the top. Just pillar glitched that. I did something similar in Grey Gardens, so if you go to that settlement, I didn't do that in a video, but it's in the final tour. It's like the first building I show. But the last thing I'll show you guys is these two garden plots or whatever. So these are just pretty much, I mean, raised garden plots for the uneven ground. There's garden boxes on top, or plant boxes or whatever. Underneath, I just made some storage out of it. Got some supplies, shovel, stuff like that, barrels, radio. Up on top, I've just got some plant boxes on top of some of it's Aslam's. No, no, no. So these are from a mod that I've actually not spoke about before. Makeshift furniture. It's a really easy mod. It's really it's a lot like thematic and practical for the Xbox. Same with Aslam's junk decoration pack. He adds things like this, They're really nice. He's got his section into like lights that you can place on the ground. I don't know if I have any out. No, I don't. I got rid of them, but uh, pretty simple decoration, just like some fertilizer, a bucket, this little tire with some glowing mushrooms, basket full of fruit and vegetables, and then same over here, another basket full of fruits and vegetables. Some that's oil, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I just placed it there for decoration. A gas can, uh, you could use it for water. It doesn't have to be for gas. You could use it to water the plants or whatever. Same with that oil jug, and then rat poisoning. It's not for the plants, but I don't know, maybe to keep away a pest or something like that. But this is my coastal cottage build. I really enjoyed building here. I just don't think that it's really a settlement that deserves to be like jam packed with stuff. I think that I probably built enough. I probably could have built some housing or something like that, separate maybe with this area. But I think that this is good. It being as open as it is. Uh, all the housing is pretty much packed into this one building, which makes a lot of sense. And then all of the additional things are kind of spread out a little bit over the settlement, you know. And I think that it's fitting for this settlement, and I think that it works out. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know where you guys want me to go next. Uh, I'm still not entirely sure what I'm gonna do next. I got a couple days till another video comes out, so I need to figure that out pretty quick, I guess. But let me know what you guys think of all these builds. Each of these builds are in their own videos, so go ahead and check those out if you're interested in any of these. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.